Welcome children. Today we are going to learn a different topic in geometry. You know very well, geometry provides various facts about, especially similarity of triangles and similarity of circles are of great use in the fields of architecture and engineering. Now in this session we are going to learn about the similarity of triangles. Triangle is a basic polygon, and if you know about triangles, we can say anything about all polygons. So triangles are of very much use in learning geometry. So now first we are going to say what is similar. You know the meaning of similar. For example, we can say that these two trees are similar, these two images, these two pictures are similar, and so on. For example, the passport size and stamp size photo of the same image are similar. This is the easiest example we know in daily life. And you have your mobile phones and we have the zooming options. So the picture which is taken is similar to the picture which is zoomed in or zoomed out. So similar means the shape remains the same but the size varies. That is, the measurements varies but the shape and the structure remains the same. Here we are going to follow some criteria to say whether two triangles are similar or not. Now we are going to learn about the similarity criteria. The first criteria goes as AAA, that is angle criteria. See these two triangles ABC and PQR. See, the angle A and angle P are equal and the angle B and angle Q are equal. Simultaneously angle C and angle R are equal. So in these two triangles the angles are respectively equal. So we can say that these two triangles are similar. So the symbol we use for similar is this. So triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Okay. So the next criteria is AA criteria, that is angle criteria. Look at these two triangles LMN and XYZ. See, M and Y are equal, N and Z are respectively equal. What about these two? You know that the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So this angle is nothing but 180 minus sum of these two. So if let us take this angle as X. So X is nothing but 180 minus angle M plus angle N. And here also let us take this angle and see what is this X. So X is also 180 minus this Y plus Z. Since Y and Z are same as M and N, we can say that this angle is the same as this angle L. So as we know, AAA criteria says that these two triangles are similar. We can write here also these two triangles are similar. So we can say that LMN triangle and XYZ triangle are similar. So these are some criteria, these are some rules to say whether the triangles are similar. Look at the third rule, that is SAS criteria. Look at the A which is placed between two sides. S means sides. So this angle is the interior angle of these two sides. So let us take this angle, that is B angle is equal to Q angle in these two triangles. So angle is made by the arms AB and BC. So AB and BC have B angle as interior angle, and here also PQ and QR are the arms which make the angle Q. If AB and PQ is a ratio, that is AB by PQ is a ratio and which is equal to BC by QR, we can say that these two triangles are similar. That is, the proportion of the sides which contain the angle which are equal should be equal. If the ratios are equal, that is AB by PQ and BC by QR are equal, and the angle B and Q which are contained by the sides is equal, then we can say that using SAS criteria these two triangles are similar. So we can write that. The next criteria is SSS criteria, that is side criteria. So side means all the sides are proportionate, that is ratio of the corresponding sides are equal, ratios are equal, that means proportional. So if two ratios are equal, we'll say that proportional or proportionate. So since the sides are in the same ratio, that is AB by XY and BC by YZ and AC by XZ are equal. If they are equal, we can say that we can conclude that under SSS criteria, these two triangles are similar. So you have to be very careful while seeing the SSS criteria and SAS criteria. See, these two criteria are also in the congruence property also. Since we have learnt in the last class, we have learnt about the congruence, yes, triangle congruence. So we have to be careful that in congruence, all the sides are proportional and the ratio is equal to 1. That is, all the sides are equal, AB and XY are equal. So the proportion will come at 1. But for similar triangles, it will not be equal to 1. So we can say that since all the ratios in the congruence also are equal, we will say that congruent triangles are similar, but not all similar triangles are congruent. Now we are going to deal if two triangles are similar, what are the properties we are going to use to solve the problems. See the properties of similar triangles. If two triangles are similar, that is if ABC triangle and PQR triangle are similar, and if we say that triangle PQR is also similar to triangle XYZ, we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. That is, if triangle 1 is similar to triangle 2 and triangle 2 is similar to triangle 3, we will say that triangle 1 is similar to triangle 3. Okay. See the next property, about the altitudes, that is height, the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the opposite side. So the altitudes of similar triangles are of the same ratio as their sides. That is, triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar here. Then we can say that AB, that is corresponding sides, AB by DE, the ratio of the corresponding sides AB by DE is equal to the ratio of the altitudes AL by DM. And one more property we can say that if two triangles ABC and PQR are similar, the ratio of all the corresponding sides are equal. That is, AB by PQ and BC by QR and AC by PR are all same. How can we say the corresponding sides? See, first we have to be careful in writing the name of the triangle, and then we can say take the side AB and here also take the side PQ. So AB and PQ are corresponding sides. So we have to take the ratio AB by PQ and then take these two BC and QR. So BC by QR is the next ratio and A and C are to be taken at a time so as P and R. So AC by PR is the next ratio. So all these three ratios are equal is the most useful property. See the next property, that is the ratio of the perimeters are also equal to the ratio of the sides. You know that the perimeter is nothing but, yes, sum of all the lengths of the sides. So perimeter of the triangle ABC by perimeter of the triangle PQR is nothing but perimeter of ABC by perimeter of PQR, and we know very well these are in the same ratio, AB by PQ are in the same ratio. So 3 times AB by 3 times PQ will be our answer. If we take the ratio as K, for example I am going to explain it here. If the ratio is K, we will say that AB can be written as K into PQ, K times PQ. So AB is K times PQ and BC is K times QR and AC is K times PR. So K can be taken out and K times PQ plus QR plus PR is the numerator. The denominator has PQ, QR and PR as a sum. So they will get cancelled and the K will remain. So K is nothing but the ratio of the corresponding sides. Can you understand now? So the ratio of the perimeters is equal to the ratio of the corresponding sides of any two similar triangles. And let us see the area. So what is the formula for area of a triangle? Yes, half BH. So half BH of ABC divided by half BH of PQR. Half and half will get cancelled, and since if we take AB as base, so it becomes AB into the altitude. Let us take the altitude as H1, and this is, let us take the base as PQ and the altitude is H2. So half and half has got cancelled. Now you know AB by PQ is a ratio of the corresponding sides, and we know that H1 and H2 are the ratio of the altitudes. So it is also the same as the ratio of the sides. So let us name this as, so AB by PQ into H1 by H2 is the same as the ratio of the corresponding sides. Here the ratio of the corresponding sides is AB by PQ. So let us replace H1 by H2 as AB by PQ. So which becomes AB the whole square in the numerator, PQ the whole square in the denominator. So which means AB by PQ the whole square. So it says that the ratio of the areas is the square of the ratio of the sides. Can you understand? So keep all these properties in mind. Let us do the problems given in the exercise 4.1. See, in this 4.1 exercise, look at the first sum. We have to check whether these two triangles are similar. That is, in this diagram we have two triangles, ADE and ABC. Let us check whether these two are similar. How shall we check? We have to see the criteria. Is there any angle given? No, no angle is given. So we have to check with the sides given. Measurements of sides are given. So we have to see whether the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. Let us take A is common. The angle which is common to these triangles is A. So shall we check with SAS criteria? Yes. So the angle included is A, and in the smaller triangle, let us name the smaller triangle as ADE. So in the triangle ADE, we can say that the side including A is 2 and one more side is 3. In triangle ABC, the sides including the angle A are 3 plus 5 is 8, and this is 2 plus 3.5, 5.5. So we have to check whether they are proportionate. So let us take the sides in the smaller triangle is AE, and here this is AC. In the smaller triangle, the side including this angle is one side is AE, and in the same way for the larger triangle we have AC. So let us check the ratio of AC. What is AE? Is yes, 2 centimeter, 2 units it is given, and AC we have to add these 2 and 3.5. 2 plus 3.5 is 5.5. So we have to say 5.5. How can you simplify 5.5 as an improper fraction? Yes, you can write it as 2 5s are 10 plus 1, 11 by 2. Or we can say that 2 by 11 by 2 can be written as 2 into reciprocal is 2 by 11, that is 4 by 11. So 4 by 11 is the ratio for one pair of sides. Let us check the ratio of the other pair of sides, that is for the smaller. So if we take the smaller side in the numerator, for the second ratio also we have to take the smaller side in the numerator. So the side of the smaller triangle is AD, and the side of the larger triangle here is AB. So what is AD? Yes, it is 3, and AB is 3 plus 5, 8. Check with the ratios. Are they equal? No. Since the ratios are not equal, we can say that triangle ADE is not similar to triangle ABC. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? Next subdivision goes as, in this triangle we have one more thing to do, that is to find the value of x. If the triangles are similar, we can find the value of x. Let us check the triangles. The triangles are ABC, triangle ABC and triangle PQC, triangle PQC. Look at these. So what do we have now? We have a side here, but we don't have the corresponding side here. So we leave the option. So let us check the options of angles. Look at this angle 70. but here we don't have this angle. Let us check. Here C is common. Yes, C is common to both the triangles. So first let us write the angle C is common. Shall we say anything about this? What is this angle? Yes, PQB and PQC are linear pair. So we can say that PQC, this is one angle, is supplementary to the other. Very good. So linear pair means if you add these two, you have to get 180. So since this is 110, this will be very good 70. So we can say that angle PQC is equal to 70 degree, which is equal to, yes, angle B, that is angle ABC. So we have to say that AA criteria is working out here. So one angle and one more angle. So two angles are respectively equal. So we can use AA criteria. So AA, according to AA criteria, we can say that these two triangles are similar. How shall we name these triangles? According to the equal angles. So which angle is equal? C. First let us name the first triangle in a random way. That is ABC can be named randomly as per our wish, and this is similar to, now look at this, which angle is equal to A? In the next triangle, which angle is equal to A? We don't know. Which angle is equal to B? Yes, B angle is equal to Q here. So in the place of B we have to place Q, and in the place of C we have to place C because C is common. So which letter is remaining here? Yes, PQC. We can say A and P are equal. Since these two are respectively equal, we can say that A and P are equal. If we can't find, let us wait for the other two and fill in the first one. So the triangles are similar. So using the property of triangles, similar triangles, let us say that these two triangles, that is sides of these two triangles, are in the same ratio. So what about the sides? So similar triangles have corresponding sides as AB and PQ. So can you understand how to name the corresponding sides? Yes, AB and PQ, and then BC by, yes, QC, and then one more pair using 1 and 3, AC and PC. So after writing this, whichever measurements are given in the diagram, we have to pick those measurements. So what is given? AB is given, AB is there. So write AB as 5 and PQ. What is PQ? PQ we don't know, we have to find it as X. And BC, what is BC? Yes, totally BC has 6 units and QC is 3 units. So using this you are going to find X. So cancelling we get 2. So X is equal to 5 divided by 2, which is, yes, 2.5 units. In the second sum we have a girl. We are assuming that the girl is standing straightly. So the angle made by the girl with the ground is 90 degree, and always any building or lamp post or tower or vertical on the ground. So it is also 90 degree. So we are going to apply the similarity criteria. So using the similarity criteria, we will say that these two triangles are similar, and using the property of similar triangles, we will find the unknown values, that is height of the lamp post here. See, the girl's height is 1.25 meter and the distance between the mirror and the girl is 2.5 meter. And look at the angle here, it is 90 and this is also 90 degree. So let us say that angle B is equal to angle C, okay, which is equal to 90 degree. So in these two triangles we are going to check. See this angle. You know, in science we have learnt that, in physics we have learnt, in light lesson we have learnt that the angle reflected is equal to the incident angle. So the angle here is the incident angle, that is the angle made by the incident ray with the mirror, plane mirror, is the incident angle. So I, and this is the angle made by the reflected ray, that is R, reflected angle. You know that the angles are equal. Yes, very good. So incident angle and the reflected angle are equal. So we will say that DMC is equal to AMB. So angle AMB are equal since reflected and incident angles are equal. Okay. So as you know that since these two pairs of angles are equal simultaneously, we can say that AA criteria holds good. So according to AA criteria, we will say that these two triangles are similar. How will you name the triangles? First, let us name the triangle. First one as ABM randomly. And it is similar to triangle. We have to be careful here. We know that B and C are equal. So in the place of B, place C. So in the middle, we have to write C. And M, here M and M are equal. So M should be kept in the place of M. So the remaining one is, in this triangle, remaining one is C and M are written, D is remaining. So D is equal to A, you have to understand it. So you have to place in the place of A. Okay. So we have completed naming. Now after naming, we know that the ratios are equal. The ratio of corresponding sides are equal. So we have to take the ratios as AB by DC is equal to, yes, try, BM by CM, very good. Yes, another pair is AM by DM, yes, very good. So after writing this, we have to look at the diagram. So whatever measurements given, we are going to apply here. What is AB? AB is given as 1.25 by DC. See, DC is not given, we have to find it. So place it as H. And BM, here BM is, yes, 2.5. And what is CM? 6.6, very good. So since every unit is meter, I am not writing meter, and in the last one, as I finish, H is equal to such meter. So H is equal to how many meters we are going to finish. So to make it easier, I can write it as H can be found as H is taken that side in the numerator, and this part will come here as a reciprocal. So 1.25 into reciprocal is, very good, 6.6 by 2.5. Yes. So if you find it difficult to see all these decimal points, I can write it as, very good, into 66 by 25. Since I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 10, yes. So this becomes easier for you to cancel. So you know that 5 times 25 is 125. So here 5 into 66 by 100. So keep the denominator 100 as such. Multiply these two, we get 330. 330 by 100, which means 3.3. Very good. 3.3 meters. That unit should be written in height. Okay, height is equal to, height of the lamp post here is 3.3 meters. Can you understand? Now we are going to move into the third sum. Look at these. It is given that a vertical pole is there on the ground, which is erect and whose shadow is cast here. So the pole's height is 6 meter and the shadow is 400 centimeter. First check the units. This is meter. So I am going to convert centimeter into meter to make our calculation convenient. So you can write it as 4 meter. Afterwards, see, in the same horizontal line, there happens a tower. So tower is there. So whose shadow can be measured? As we have the shadow on the ground, we can measure the shadow easily. Shadow is measured to be, yes, 28 meter. So you are going to find the height of the tower using the shadow. So we are going to compare these two triangles. So does similarity work? See, you know that for any vertically standing objects, we have to say that the angle made by the object with the ground horizontal is 90 degree. Very good. So the angle B and angle E are equal and they are equal to 90 degree. Look at any other thing. Any other angle can you make out? See this angle C and F. So if you observe C and F, they are the angle of inclination of the sunlight. So at this point, if you see from this point, the angle of inclination of the sunlight is C, and the angle of inclination at this point is F. Okay. So at the same time the shadows are observed. So at the same instant we have same angles of incident for a level which are nearby. The places are nearby. So angles are equal. Angles C and F are equal since they are the angles of inclination of the sunlight. So angle C is equal to angle F. So you have two pairs of equal angles, which means we are going to use which criteria? AA criteria. AA criterion is used, and from this AA criterion we will say that these two triangles are similar. So how will you name these two triangles? So keep that in mind. So let me name the first triangle as ABC as per our wish. ABC, and then similar to B is equal to E. So E should be placed in the second position, and C is equal to F. So C is in the third position. So F should be placed in the third one. So in the triangle D is left. So you can understand that the angle D and angle A are equal. So we can place it, and then you know that the ratios are equal. So we have to write the ratios are equal, and then we are going to apply the measurements, find the unknown. Shall we do? Yes, I am going to write it again for you. So AB by DE is equal to BC by EF and AC by DF. So children, please see, we have three pairs of ratios, but in this diagram we will be having one or two, that is at least two pairs of measurements. So we may leave the other pair. So we have to write all these pairs first. After looking at the diagrams, we will say whichever we do not want. So we will leave that ratio. So what is AB? AB is in general this hypotenuse. Here the line of sight will be of no measure, that is they will not give the measurement of line of sight. So we may leave the hypotenuse, okay, but here it is good to write all the ratios and then represent. So what is AB? AB is 6 by DE. What is DE? Yes, it is to be found H. And BC, look at BC, BC is 400, but we have changed it into 4 meters. So you have to take that unit, 4 divided by, yes, EF is 28. So you have the fraction multiplication, you know very well. Find the height of the tower and give your answer. Using the similarity criteria and the properties of similar triangles, we use all these properties to find out the to estimate the unknown, that is depths or unknown width of a river, or height of a hill, or height of a tower, or depth of a river, and the height of an aeroplane from the ground, and so on. So which are very difficult with the usual measuring equipments. So these are the basic ways to find the distant object and the heights of the objects. So this is the basic way to learn about trigonometry also. So children, do practice all these sums given in the book, and let us see in the next session with the next sums of this 4.1. Thank you children.